If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 13 of the Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 16. We're training some of the youngsters in the background, and as you can see, Bertrand Traoré has jumped up to 76 overall, so improvements off the pitch from the young players. And as we head into the first of today's two cup games, as you're going to try and get some improvements on the pitch with those young players. As you'll be able to see from the table that's going to pop up in a moment, we are top of the Champions League group with one game to play and unreachable at the top as well. 5 points clear of Sevilla. Roma only 2 points behind the Spanish, so they get a win here, and Sevilla lose against Sporting, then Roma will go through. But I'm confident with my young players that we can actually put in a decent performance here. It's a strong lineup from Roma, as you might expect, with them needing the victory. Falcao is going to start up top, though. He mentioned in the last episode on Friday that we were going to give him a go up top for this one. And as you can see, you've got Kennedy, Casey Palmer, Bertrand Traoré, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Papy Labodi, Baba and Colkett actually in the midfield, who I've never played before in any game in this series. But I wanted to give as many youngsters a chance as I could. We've got Kiwomya on the bench as well, but I went with Bertrand Traoré in that wide position because obviously I know what he's all about, and he's more important to me to grow than Kiwomya, unfortunately for Kiwomya. But you know, it is what it is. Pjanic though, banging strike after 45 minutes or so to give Roma the lead. Decent punch from Begovic, got it well clear, but it knocked back down, and he wasn't able to get back into position quick enough to stop Roma from taking the lead. But we're going to have a chance here at the start of the second half. All the chances coming at this end of the pitch. Bertrand Traoré turns brilliantly, the defender, but can't find the back of the net, hitting the ball off the post. Squared back into the middle, though, by Kennedy to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Unfortunately, a shot well blocked by Kevin Strootman, the Dutchman, in the middle. So, unfortunately, not able to make the breakthrough just yet and get ourselves an equalising goal. Rajan Angolan, though, is going to dance inside the box here. Then square it really nicely into Florenzi, drills it across to Edin Dzeko of all people, who smashes it into the top left hand corner. That's Roma 2, Chelsea 0. Really good move, really good finish as well actually from the Bosnian. So two Bosnians have scored against us for Roma today so far, Miralem Pjanic and Edin Dzeko. Can we get one back though from a Colombian? No is the answer. The Polish goalkeeper punching the free kick away. It was quite close and quite central, so it was never going to be the obvious position to try and score a free kick like that from, but I wanted to give it a go. He's got decent curve, Falcao, so despite the fact he's not got the best free kick accuracy, I felt confident enough of being able to get it up and down and away from the goalkeeper in that particular position. Unfortunately though, we weren't able to do so. We're having chance after chance here. Falcao involved again. He's going to stand the ball up into the middle. Casey Palmer misses it. Kennedy at the back post can't find the bottom corner, drills it low and hard but wide rather than into that bottom corner. Bertrand Traoré stands that free kick up. Up goes Casey Palmer. The header, though, comes off the back of the defender, and I thought I was spamming A to get a corner here, but no, spammed A, and unfortunately that was the final whistle. So we do lose 2-0 away from home against Roma, but we had enough chances to get something from the game, and decent possession as well. I was actually very pleased with my youngsters in that game, but unfortunately for Roma, despite beating us in that final game, Sevilla did get 3 points as well against Sporting, so it's the Spanish and the English that push forward into the knockout stages, and we'll find out what the draw is a little bit later on in the series for the first round of the knockout stages of the Champions League. Obviously, that won't start up again until February, so we have this game here against Arsenal in the Capital One Cup. And to this point in the Capital One Cup, I have played a lot of the young players. And I said at the beginning of the series that I was going to stick with them regardless of how far we went in this series. And I'm doing so. Still got Kennedy and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in there. Falcao playing up top as well. John Stones into the starting lineup at centre-back. And obviously the rotational wing-backs of Baba and Smolnikov. The same backline, I think, that I played against Roma, to be completely honest. But we are a little bit stronger than we were in that Roma side. Obviously, players like Colkett have been removed, and I did go with Oscar at cam, and I went with Pedro on the right, mainly because Pedro hasn't played much football for me recently, so I felt bad and wanted to at least give him a start in this one. Plus, obviously, Arsenal playing an extremely strong side, actually, so I was kind of glad that I decided to plump with Oscar and Pedro rather than Bertrand Traoré and Casey Palmer, because it did give us a better chance of getting through in this particular game. But at the same time, I wanted to make sure that there were a couple of youngsters in there, most notably the two most important ones for me right now, which are Kennedy and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So I'm pleased that they did well against Roma and impressed me me enough to be able to get another chance in this game here. We've had one blocked chance apiece so far. Olivier Giroud, though, is going to stand this inside. No idea how it actually manages to find its way to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but fortunately for me, his shot was pretty poor and drilled across the face of the goal and well wide. Ramirez, though, is going to win this header. Falcao brings it down. He's going to work it out wide to Kennedy. He had a chance against Roma in a similar position, where he drilled it wide and hard and low across goal and out for a goal kick. And that's exactly what he did with that chance as well, unfortunately. So into the second half we go. Baba laying it out wide to Kennedy. He is left-footed and that stands a brilliant cross up. But as Ramirez makes contact with the ball, there's, I think it may even have been Olivier Giroud coming back to get something on it to stop the, just take the edge off the shot, knock the pace out of the ball, which made it a comfortable save for Petr Cech. Ramirez, though, trying to bend one this time from distance, but unfortunately still 15 minutes from time, we're not able to make the breakthrough and get ourselves a goal to go in front. So Loic Remy and Bertrand Traoré came on for Oscar and Falcao. I actually moved Kennedy central, moved Pedro wide left, and put Bertrand Traoré on the right-hand side. Pedro goes on a really nice run here. First shot is pretty poor against, knocks it against Mertesacker, but a brilliant save from Petr Cech from that secondary effort to stop it from going into that bottom corner. And Pedro's clean through again here, right at the very death now. Turns inside, plays it to Loic Remy. Remy with the shot, and Cech with another brilliant reaction save to stop us from taking the lead at the very end of this game. We have a corner though. Pedro's going to take it. In it comes. Up goes Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Cech with another unbelievable reaction save to get it around the post and out for another corner. Pedro stands it up again. Ruben Loftus-Cheek misses the header this time. Knocked down to John Stones on the edge of the box. His shot is blocked. Drops to Ruben Loftus-Cheek again, and Petr Cech makes an unbelievable save. Remy does keep it in, but can't get a second touch in time before it hits the woodwork and bounces out thanks to the spin of the ball for a goal kick. So into extra time we go. Ramirez cuts inside here, shrugs off the defence, or shrugs off the attentions of the defender, and Cech with another ridiculous save to stop us from taking a 1-0 lead. I couldn't believe it. So many chances. Smolnikov nicks the ball off Sanchez here. Sanchez just brushes him off as if he's a 4-year-old child. Stands the ball up into the box. Olivier Giroud with Arsenal's one chance in the last hour's worth of gameplay, and Arsenal take the lead. I was fuming. Look how easily Sanchez just pushes Smolnikov off the ball here. What even is that? Then he stands the ball up, and just the gentlest of flicks from the near post runner from Giroud, and Arsenal take the lead. They did not deserve to be 1-0 up in this game. Kennedy breaks into the box here, dances inside, lays it across. Remy with a shot, well blocked, and the luck was just with Arsenal in this one. Petr Cech somehow manages to keep a clean sheet at the home of his former side, and we go out of the Capital One Cup at the quarter-final stage, despite, as you can see, those figures. Arsenal just edging possession, but 14 shots, 12 on target, no goals. Petr Cech turned up in this game. He made 11 saves in total and got a 9.0 rating. Petr Cech turned up in this game. He really, really did. He was the sole reason why we're out of that competition. But never mind. It gives us the ability to focus our attentions elsewhere, as they say. So we'll concentrate on the FA Cup, which will start in January, of course. We'll be entered in the third round. And we're still in the knockout rounds of the Champions League, and obviously still in the hunt for the Barclays Premier League title. So as you can see, going through a squad report here on screen. If there's anybody you want to have a closer look at, of course, as always, feel free to pause the video and have a closer look at someone's individual stats. A lot of growth, actually, through the youngsters in this side. Diego Costa feeling slightly insecure about his first team spot, which he should do, in fairness, because he's not performed for me this year so far. Not scored as many goals as we might like to see from him, so he needs to step things up. As do players like Pedro out wide. Willian's done okay for us, definitely performing well in real life right now, but unfortunately, despite Willian's good performances, Chelsea as a whole aren't performing very well. But like you saw there, key growth from the key players. Kennedy's up 3. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is up 4 as well. Unfortunately, no growth for Baba, but Kennedy and Ruben Loftus-Cheek are the two youngsters that I'm really focusing on right now. And weirdly, one of the youngsters that is doing very well for us, who's out on loan right now, is actually Nathan, who'll be popping up on screen in a second. Nice growth from Thomas Callas, actually. There's Christian Atsu going up 1. No growth for Bamford. A little bit of growth for Kenneth Omarua. Nothing for Salah. But Nathan's up 2 as well. And he looks like he's really going to be able to play a part for us when he comes back from loan from Vitesse. So we're going to have a big decision to make, not only at the end of this season, but in January, which is coming up just around the corner as well. We're not far away from the January transfer window now. A couple of episodes, but I'm really not sure I'm going to do too much. I don't think we need to do too much. And if anything, I may move out a couple of the older players that we're just not going to use, because we've got a lot of youngsters that are going to come in and want first team football, and youngsters that I want to play. If we want this series to go on for 3, 4, 5 seasons, then we need to concentrate on the youth. So that's what I'm going to do. And when players like Kenneth Omaruo and players like Thomas Callas come back from their loan spells, and most notably Nathan, I want to utilise those youngsters and give them first team football, not find myself in this January transfer window having brought in players that are better than them for, you know, a larger price, and then find that the youngsters get thrown by the wayside and go out on loan again next season. That's not the intention with this series. We want to do what Chelsea haven't done in real life over the past few years, and that's give youth a chance. So we'll see what happens in January. We may move players out more so than moving players in, but for now, it's going to bring today's episode to a close. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. There'll, of course, be a Wolfsburg Career Mode episode later on tonight as well. But for now, check all the social media links in the description, and I'll see you next time.